Yo, what's happening? Ball and chill. It's my mentee, y'all. Mr. Jones, 86. QT booty for me. Yeah, that's funny. What's that? Cargo Motors. Where Transport. Okay, we got Sundress Trucker in the building. Okay. Yeah, we just doing just gonna do a Q&A today. It ain't no real topic. We're just gonna do a Q&A and just answer some questions. I'll tell y'all a little, I always got a story to tell, so I'm gonna tell you what I've been going through. So the last 2 weeks, so let me back up. The van that I had last year in October, that cargo van. So when I got that van, I went in to do, expedited work. Didn't work out. I didn't like the way the brokers were doing things. So I pretty much got rid of the van. But Progressive quoted me $1,200 a month for a cargo van. And I'm like, no way. I'll pay that for my car haulers, right? So KS Trucking, welcome to the room. Rucker, welcome to the room. But so basically, they said they was gonna drop my policy if I didn't, because I was trying. Let me back up. I was trying to take the van off of that policy and put it on another one, but they saying I couldn't do that. It was illegal for me to do that, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I'll get rid of the van. And it was just like, well, you can't take it off. They was really on some muscle shit. Like, just, if you remove that van from this policy, you're going to pay this $1,200. If not, we're going to drop your whole policy. Right? That's what the lady was telling me. And I'm like, yo, you tripping. So basically, that's how Mr. Cash came into play. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to trade this van and get something that I could use. So I traded it for Mr. Cash in December. Oh, boy. Yeah. My damn internet. I'll be trying to do this at the crib, but my son be on the damn video games. 9:14 in the 4. Welcome to the room for bar. So they basically told me that they was gonna drop my policy. All right, so it didn't happen. I took the van off in November. I stole like a month, because I didn't want to pay that $1,200. So I stole like a month before I actually traded it in, right? So I traded it in December. Damn it, man. Let me see something. 1 second, y'all. I had to tell the little young man, he be on there playing Fortnite and they be 10 of all the internet, man. It just, I don't know, for some reason it just make it go bad. But anyway, so they put me in for a non-renewal. And my agent at the time, Bill Frolic agency, out of Alpharetta, Georgia, didn't tell me during my renewal process, like my renewal period. They failed to tell me that Progressive had me in for a non-renewal. So my renewal was due by July 8th, but that's my policy ended. So July 1st, I'm still panicking because I'm like, usually they start the process 2, 3, sometimes 4 weeks before. Actually, not sometimes, they do. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I find out at the last minute. Now Progressive switched everything over where they putting in the new policies manually, right? They're doing everything manually. So it takes them 2 weeks. So that's why I haven't been out there working, y'all. And on top of that, you know, they said I wouldn't have a lapse in insurance, and I didn't. But what happened was all the brokers that I was signed up with, you know, the my COI, certificates of insurance, had expired, and I couldn't give them a new one because I couldn't actually print another one until the new policy was set. So that gave me 2 weeks off. And I always tell you guys, man, trucking will give you some time off. So when you up and running and you're going, get it. Just keep working, stack it up as much as you can, because you never know what's going to happen. Whether it's going to be a breakdown, it's going to be whoever would have thought that this would have happened, and that's because the insurance agent dropped the ball. So no, they didn't do anything. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. What I think happened, Cargo Motors or Car Game Motors. I'm pronouncing you all wrong. It's Car Game Motors. They the guy at Bill Frolic, right? He had me sign up. I did some insurance for Hanson and Atkins, right? And it cost me $1,400 for a down payment. Yeah, it cost me $1,400 for a down payment for this umbrella insurance to work with Hanson and Atkins. I got over there, work was trash. They giving me $50 cars. They heavy. I was like, I'm not doing it. I quit in 2 days. Told them to cancel that policy. It was an extra policy that I had. That turned out to be a whole nightmare. And that company I was with Gold River in Brooklyn, New York agency. They were fine. I was doing just fine when I had to switch over to Bill Frolic because the other agency didn't carry that insurance for Hanson and Atkins. So I switched over to them, and when he found out I wasn't going to renew, that's when like they just didn't do anything right, nothing. And I think he did it on purpose. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really think he did it on purpose. That he hid that from me because I wasn't going to renew with him. He knew because I put the transfer in from one agency to the next, and he knew that I wasn't going to. So yeah, this internet's choppy over here. I ain't gonna do this no more. But that's what happened, man. So right now, I got my 914 and the 404. Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. So I'm good now. I got my insurance policy. So tomorrow, now I gotta spend a whole day doing my certificates of insurance and get signed back up with all these brokers. So it's gonna take me all day to do that. And then, I'm gonna get back to work Tuesday, hopefully. Wednesday, I'll get back to work. And I'm still working a deal for the Stinger. Trade Mr. Cash in for the Stinger. So I should be hearing from them tomorrow. They actually want me to bring a trailer that they bought from the auction down to Jacksonville. So I'm gonna do that. Then come back and get my trailer and then go back down there and trade the whole thing in for the 9-car hauler. And it's you just keep paying attention to everything that I'm doing. You can learn a lot because I'm showing and I'm televising a lot of the steps that you're gonna have to go through when you scaling your business or when you switching stuff. Insurance. I'm gonna have to do. My. I gotta transfer my RRP plates. If all my paperwork, like when I trade the truck in, I gotta transfer all of that stuff. So that could be another delay. Before I can actually get out there and start working. I know some loopholes though. I'll probably just run it local. As long as I got my tags on there, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm about to turn it all the way up, man. I'm gonna if I can put the pieces together right, we gonna see. But if I can put the pieces together the correct way, from what I'm thinking, I already got I got relationships with Hellcat Stoney. What's happening? So Carvana, CarMax, United Roads, Assertus, which is Metro Logistics, Metro Loads. I'm pretty much gonna be running for them for. I got like 9 other brokers that I can do. You got a lot of car plants and rail yards right here in the southeast. You got up in the Nashville area. you know, Columbia, South Carolina, right here in Georgia. You know, I can run out to Savannah. I can run out to, you know, it's a lot of different places. But my point is, I'm gonna try to do regional because it is a day cab, so I'm not gonna do over the road. Even though I sleep in hotels anyway, but I'm gonna try to do 2,500 a day with that 9 car. Let me see if I can pull this shit off. If I can do it, you know, if I can land, I got it. I'm a board hawk, so I look and see where all the stuff is at, and I see who has it, and then I kind of put it together in my mind from there. And then it's just a matter of me just calling. And you know, I already talked to United Roads, and they said they'd give me $160 a unit to run up to Murfreesboro, CarMax. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it off, Stony. I mean, you know, I don't like this. I don't like the, you know, my nerves. I don't like to count my chickens before they hatch, so to speak. So, but I'm positive. I'll get it done. You know, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be one of them. But that's a CarMax run, and you figure that's like 1,300 right there at 160 a piece. They all go to the same CarMax, and out of that CarMax, so I'm taking up with United Roads. But then Acertus and Metrogistics always have stuff on the board coming back from out of that same CarMax back to Atlanta. So and they actually pay a little more because it might be, you know, Stockbridge store, it might be Kennesaw store, it be spread out. So I might have 3 stops on there, but I'll get about $200 a car. So that's another 1,800. That's over 3 grand. That's why I said if I can just be at like 2,500 a day, and I just run 4 days. I run Monday, Tuesday, take off Wednesday, run Thursday, Friday, and then take off the weekends. You don't want to burn yourself out. You know what I mean? In your truck either. But if anybody got any questions, man, go ahead and shoot them. I answer some questions, you know, for y'all. I'm actually about to start I got the mentorship program. Shout out to my mentees too. It's 3 of us so far on the team. Still got 2 spots open, and you know, if I understand, you know, it might not be affordable. I get that. That's why I'm putting in. You know, I already do the consultations, so I do the 2-hour consultations for 500. But I'm going to also add video phone calls for a much smaller price. So if you have a specific thing that you need to talk to me about, we can do something like that. Do companies insure you if you have 0 experience and just starting out? What companies are you referring to? Are you talking about insurance companies, or are you talking about brokers, or are you talking about carriers? Like, which, you know, be more specific. Well, you did say insure. Okay, insurance. I'm sorry. Yeah, Progressive will. They're gonna charge you a whole lot of money, but they'll take anybody. But if you got a new DOT number and a new CDL, and you doing hot shot, you can look to be paying about 25,000 a year. So, you know, and I mean, it is what it is. We see this as a big issue. It's been a growing issue lately. So, just understand that you're gonna be paying heavy out of pocket for, you know, for that insurance, at least your first year. But you get through that first year and you stay with them, it's gonna drop. It's gonna drop, and you know, each year that you stay with them, it's gonna get lower and lower, as long as you don't have any claims. So, you know, it's just like anything else. You gotta pay your dues. They taking a chance on you, you know, so it's gonna be higher. But as long as you get in there and show them that, you know, I'm compliant, you know, I'm doing X, Y, Z, you know. So it's not gonna it's not gonna hurt you. Yeah, Progressive told me 33 down and 19. That's not bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. That ain't bad because I'm right at 15,000. I'm right at 15,000. So that ain't bad at all. If you knew and they gave you that price, I will run with that. You know. Uh, is it worth getting a one car hauler and do expedited runs, etc.? Like absolutely. At Stony, absolutely. I used to do that. Look on my page, you'll see the setups. I had one with a piggyback on there. I had a dolly hook to the back of it, and one was just a 22 tote. I had a winch on there, and I was doing in-ops and like repos, not from people but from the yards. Uh, Car game motors. I'm trying to start a dispatch and freight. Send this. I don't send this. I want to specialize in cars and car hauling. I don't know, where do I get clients? Um, Basically, I would say Central Dispatch. Central Dispatch is the biggest platform in car hauling. So you can put a classified on there offering your dispatch services. There's a whole bunch of ads up there. There's a lot of people doing dispatch services, and that's where a lot of car haulers that don't want to do their own dispatch, and they go right on Central Dispatch, look in the classifieds, and it's in there. So that's the best way to get clients. And after you, it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow, because you're gonna meet certain people. They're gonna refer you. You can go down to the auctions and pass out cards. You can shoot out mass emails once you got your account set up. You can, like, once you're on Central, you can solicit everybody who's on Central. Like, you can shoot them emails and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, my internet. I'm sorry, y'all. My internet is just like horrible. I tried doing it from the back porch. It's raining now. Um, but yeah, it sucks. And I told my son to get off the internet, so he's off. Do you have a 3-car trailer for sale or not? I sold everything. Except for Mr. Cash, and I'm trading that in. For a Stinger. Darnley, welcome to the room, brother. Yeah, I got rid of everything. Only thing I have left is the one unit, and then I'm gonna hopefully trade that in at the end of next week. So yeah, it's hard to find equipment right now too, because the pandemic got everything messed up as far as raw materials and things like that. So oh yeah, yeah. Was it Jalil? He said, you ever scratch any bumpers or loading or unloading? Absolutely. I'll tell you this. When I first got started, I was coming out of Jacksonville Port. I had 10 Nissans on a Stinger, right? And I went to South Carolina, and what? I'm sorry. Big Tech said 6 to 12 month wait. Wow. See, y'all hear that, right? I'm telling you, you got to shop around. You said you want to move cars, dealerships also move cars in volume, CarMax, Carvana. Yeah. They're gonna have it. You gotta They really just cater to the guys with Stingers. That's why I'm kind of switching, because they have so much work, and they paying good too. But let me get back to what was I saying? Oh, about the scratching and the damages on cars. I'll make it short. So I missed my turn at the dealership, and I had to go turn around, and I went, main road turned into a regular street or whatever. In South Carolina, it was a bunch of, and yeah, it's raining now, and I tore 3 Nissan roofs up, so that's more than the scratch. So you're gonna have your oops. You just gotta pay for them. How do I get a contract with them as a freight broker? That's a good question, and I don't think I'll have the answer for that one, because logically, how I know it works, they probably won't broker you any of the freight, because Carvana has, like, Carvana and CarMax already use United Roads, which is one of the biggest car haulers in the country. you know, they already used the big dogs. They already used like the top carriers already. So it'd be super hard to get in there. Say Cool's daddy, welcome to the room. It'd be real hard to get into that into there. I'm not saying it's impossible. It'd just be kind of hard, and I don't really know like who to call or to get that because I know how they already got it in place. So yeah, but it's a lot of work out here. I mean, it's a lot of work out here in trucking. Period, man. It's this pandemic. These are pandemic prices right now, but man, you got to take advantage of this. Like one of my guys, he just got a couple trucks and he's got a connection where he's gonna be doing $11,000 a week. $11,000 a week. Man. Yeah, you know, it's a lot of money out here to be made. So it's just what part of the trucking you want to get into. So places like United Road, so yeah, that's basically how it works in car hauling. You got the main carriers, the top 5, top 10 carriers. They the ones that are gonna have all the work, and then they're gonna sub it out. They the ones that got the contracts and all that stuff, and they sub it out to the small guys like us. You know, now you can build you a rapport with dealerships, and that'll be solely yours. But I tell you this, dealers are cheap. They don't want to pay nothing. They want their cars picked up and delivered for free because it's all about, you know, maximizing their profit. So I don't really get too caught up on the dealers because, like I said, they cheap. You got some dealers that'll pay you. You know, I've been hauling cars almost 10 years, you know, right at 10 years. And maybe a month ago, I delivered a car to a dealer and he actually gave me a tip. That was the first tip I ever got in 10 years from a dealer. Now, if I'm doing personal cars and stuff like that, you know, other things in car hauling, yeah, I would get tips all the time. But I was shocked. I'm like, look at him, for real? Yeah. Yeah, well, see, yeah, there you go. You know. You know, man. And then, I mean, it's like, you got to respect the game. Everybody's trying to make a profit. So, but if you're a dealer, though, and you're doing the car hauling, that's a good mix. That's a good mix. So I'm gonna tell you this right here. So for you, only thing you gotta do, because you're a dealer, is just go to the sale and pass out cards to all your other fellow dealers in your area. That's all you gotta do. And then you can be like, hey, you know, hey Bob, or hey such and such, this and that. I'm picking up 9 cars, or I got 9 such over here, and I got my truck going down to get that. And they're gonna start calling you. I've seen that done. You actually have it pretty easy. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. And you can build your whole book around just picking up auction cars for other dealers like yourself. Danny, what's happening? So that's pretty easy. You know, you can do that. But that's it, man. Come on. I'm gonna end this live though. I'm gonna end this live a little early today, man, because my damn internet is just crazy. This shit is irritating. Every time I try to do it, sometimes it works and sometimes it, you know, it don't. So I'm see, there it go again. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna definitely share a lot of footage this week. Maybe I'll do some lives during the middle of the week. And of the process, especially with me getting the stinger and everything, and you know, just kind of show you some insight on buying the truck, you know, stuff that we got to go through and things like that. I have a CDL already. What's your opinion on starting out in hot shot car hauling with this? Ray Lowe's. All right, this is for Sander 1000. So you can start off whatever you're comfortable with. You can do a semi truck. You already got your CDL. Hot shot is very easy to get into because you can go get a 3500 from a Dodge dealer, or you know, a Ford or whatever, right from the dealership. It's very easy to get. Like as we talked about earlier in this live, it's hard to get the trailers right now, so you gotta be mindful of that. But once you get everything, it's not hard. if you do a flatbed, you can do freight and you can do some cars. So it'll give you two options. If you get a car hauler trailer, you're gonna be just limited to cars, but you can do all cars. And what I mean by that, that flatbed trailer, the ramp angle on there, you can't get regular and low cars on there like you can a car hauler trailer. You're only gonna be able to put SUVs and trucks on there, and you're only gonna be able to put two. But that's a good tool to use to get you from a dead zone to another, to your next flatbed load. So it's not a bad. So you can do that, and you know, all right, car game motors, no problem. But yeah, y'all know what I say, man. Till next Sunday, stay sucker free. Keep positive energy around you at all times. Yes, sir.